Have you ever looked at your life and felt like you're playing a character? Not because you're fake, but because somewhere along the way, you stop knowing which version of you is real. You make decisions, you talk to people, you keep moving forward. Yet underneath everything, there's a quiet feeling that never seems to leave. A feeling that whispers, I don't know who I am anymore. And after enough time, that confusion starts to feel like self-hatred. But what if you don't actually hate yourself? What if you've simply lost contact with yourself? Most people think identity is something obvious, something solid, something you're supposed to have figured out by now. But identity is strange because you rarely notice it when it's healthy. You only notice it when it starts becoming unclear. You feel it when every decision seems exhausting, when you constantly compare yourself to other people, when your personality changes depending on who you're around, when everything looks successful on the outside, yet something feels empty on the inside. The human brain doesn't like uncertainty, and when it can't clearly answer the question, who am I? It often creates a painful explanation instead. It tells you that something must be wrong with you, that you're broken, lost, or somehow less than everyone else. But that's usually not what's happening. Psychology suggests that many of our behaviors begin as adaptations. Maybe being quiet kept you safe. Maybe being helpful earned you approval. Your brain learned these patterns for a reason. They worked. They protected you. The problem is that you may still be living by rules that were created for a much older version of yourself. Neuroscientists often describe the brain as a prediction machine. Your brain is constantly building models to help you navigate life, including a model of yourself. Think of identity like a compass. When the compass is clear, decisions feel easier. But when the compass becomes unclear, every direction starts to feel uncertain. Imagine a ship moving through thick fog. The ship isn't broken. The ocean isn't the problem. The compass is simply unclear. And that's a very different problem than most people think they're dealing with. So how do you reconnect with yourself? The first step is to pay attention to what gives you energy. For the next week, pay attention to moments when you lose track of time. Maybe it's while reading, creating, learning, building. Those moments aren't random. They're clues. The second step is to ask yourself one simple question. If nobody judged me for this, would I still want it? This question helps separate your real preferences from other people's expectations. And sometimes the answer reveals more about who you are than years of overthinking ever could. The third step is to stop watching yourself so much. When you're constantly evaluating yourself, you're observing life instead of experiencing it. Try taking one small action every day without judging the outcome. Let yourself participate in life rather than constantly measuring your performance. The fourth step is to understand that identity is built through action. You don't become confident and then take action. You take action consistently, and your brain slowly updates its understanding of who you are. Small actions repeated over time become identity. Every choice is a vote for the person you're becoming. You are not a puzzle that needs fixing. You are a person who needs understanding. Maybe you've simply been searching for yourself in places where you don't exist. Maybe it begins with paying attention, listening, being honest with yourself, and slowly recognizing the person who has been there all along, hidden beneath years of expectations, adaptations, and noise. Because sometimes the opposite of self-hatred isn't self-love, it's self-recognition.